Okay, if somebody will close those doors, we'll get started. Again, if you raise your hand, we'll get the mic to you, and please state your name and affiliation. All right, we got Kris Frost, and we'll take your questions.
Hey, Kris, here in the back, Jacques Doucet, WAFB TV in Baton Rouge. Jeremy said he felt that right off the bat, the LSU game could kind of define your year. Or can you talk about that game, and then were you surprised you beat them as easily as you did last year?
Well, we were gunning for them from the season before. You know, I feel like it was definitely a major game for me to step out and make a lot of plays, as well as putting other guys in a position to make plays as well. You know, I feel like it's not all about how well you do personally, but, you know, just, you know, being a vocal leader on the field and being able to put your guys in the right position to make great plays. And I feel like we did a great job of that. Me and Cass did. That game, and it definitely showed. You know, I feel like we rattled their quarterbacks a little bit and allowed us to get some pressure on them, you know, and make some plays in the secondary. And it was a great game for us, and it was a great game for me personally.
Lauren Sisler, WIAT 42. You've been through the ups and downs, the roller coaster ride that has been Auburn football the past few years. What do you like most about this team, and how does this team set apart from years past?
Well, I've learned a lot, you know, from my time being at Auburn University. This past year has really shown me a lot of what I could be capable of and what we could be capable of as a team. And we came close in a lot of situations, but you know, didn't really pan out in a few games. But you know, we kind of hit a wall. I feel like we you know, we weren't able to get a whole lot of pressure on the quarterback this past year, being the main thing. But you know, with all the talent we have coming in and the guys we have now, we've had in the past, being able to mature and everything, I feel like it's going to only go up from here. We're extremely excited about this season coming up and excited about what we can do defensively.
Steve Nisson, WEAR TV, Pensacola. A lot of excitement about Coach Muschamp coming over as coordinator this year. What has he kind of brought to the table so far, and what kind of impact do you feel like he'll have?
Well, intensity. He brings intensity each and every single day. Being able to really put us in a position to make plays, which we all have seen, and it's really great for us to, you know, be able to look at him and be able to trust in him, and all of our guys do, as well as we do the rest of the coaching staff. We're extremely comfortable, and you know, really just going into the season, just knowing that, you know, no matter what, we're going to have each other's backs, and Coach Muschamp is going to have our back all the time is probably the most exciting thing.
Hunter Mandel with Bleacher Report. What individual matchup are you most excited for this season, like a player on the field?
Well, it's kind of hard to say when you have so many good players in the SEC, you know, and so many guys that can do so many different things. You know, we know that, you know, playing different teams that, you know, like the rivalry games that we have, like Georgia and, of course, Alabama, you know, it's, you know, we kind of have our own personal, you know, game plans as far as, you know, they're concerned. But, you know, it's really hard to pinpoint, you know, one player or one school. You know, we know how great they all are. And, you know, just having the ability to strap on the pads and be able to play them each and every week is great in itself. So we're excited to just, you know, play each team, take it one game at a time, starting in Atlanta.
Hey, Kris Price, WBRZ in Baton Rouge. How about trying to take down Leonard Fournette?
Well, you know, he's a great player, obviously. You know, you've seen, you know, the film of him running the ball. I feel like we did a great job against him last season. You know, but just continuing to do different things. Staying fresh on defense is part of it, you know, and being able to fly around and swarm is the biggest thing about us. Not having any type of not focusing on any individual accomplishments, but really just, you know, playing as a defense, you know, and getting to the ball and making plays as a team.
And you mentioned Coach Muschamp's intensity. What did he tell you guys at the beginning of when he first stepped into the classroom? I don't know where he saw y'all first. What he wanted from you guys, and also what is the most intense moment that you've seen him at practice so far?
It's kind of hard to pinpoint the most intense moment because, you know, he brings the same attitude to, you know, to practice each and every day. You know, the biggest thing for us is knowing that everything he tells us and how he, you know, the intensity he has to the game and to us is, you know, he just wants to see us, you know, get better. He wants to see us play well so, you know, so badly. And we're extremely excited about having an opportunity to play for him. I know that for a fact, and it's just going to go up from here.
Ben Bolton, WAKA in Montgomery. What kind of growth have you seen out of Trey Matthews back in the secondary?
Well, he's actually become a major leader for us back there. You know, the things he can do physically wise is amazing. You know, seeing a guy so big that can run and hit and, you know, and catch as well as he can in the secondary. He brings a lot to the table for us. We know that he's gonna be a big help to our defense, and he's gonna be one of the best guys back there. You know, we know that for a fact. Personally, I know that I can depend on Trey. You know, the ability he has is through the roof. And, you know, knowing that, you know, he's going to be a leader in the secondary and he can, you know, look at us up front, you know, the linebackers as well as the D-line and be able to trust in us, you know, to put pressure on the quarterback and put him in the right decision is big for us. We're excited.
Taylor Tannenbaum, WTVY. You and Casanova McKenzie both decided not to declare for the draft. You're both back. What is that relationship like for you guys, and how big is it to have you guys both back on the field in this rebuilding year on the defense?
Well, we prayed about it a lot together, the decision to come back. And me and Cass have always been extremely close ever since he stepped on campus. And, you know, the ability he has, just like Trey, is amazing. You know, the things he's able to do sometimes at practice, we're just kind of like, wow. And, you know, coming back was, you know, just big for us because we knew what we wanted to do. We knew the impact we wanted to make on the SEC as well as on the country, you know, as far as being premier linebackers. And I feel like that was extremely important in our decision on coming back. We talked about it day in and day out, you know, pretty much every night, the decision to come back. And, you know, when we both made that decision, you know, as individuals, but at the same time, we made that decision, you know, for pretty much the same reasons. You know, we love Auburn, and we're extremely excited about, you know, taking on a great schedule that we have coming up this year.
Joe Whalen, WBMA in Birmingham. With Coach Muschamp's arrival, there's an expectation that this defense is going to make significant improvements this year. How much pressure are you as players putting on yourselves to meet those expectations?
Well, you know, Coach Muschamp always says, you know, we need to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. And, you know, the more you're comfortable with being uncomfortable, it allows you to really just be able to play loose, and, you know, preparation is everything. And the more you prepare for each and every single game, you know, each and every practice, you know, whether it be the film room or even outside of time that's required of them, of us to study film and just doing it on our own, it's just going to make you better. And I feel like the more we do that, the more you spend time outside of the classroom, I guess you could say, that's the more natural things come and the more pressure you actually don't feel. And, you know, we've been playing football for an extremely long time, me personally since the second grade. So it comes second nature, you know, just remembering at the end of the day it's football, you know, and, you know, you just got to, you know, the more you prepare, that's the better off you'll be going into each and every practice and each and every game.
We'll take the two questions back here and then come to the front.
John Wilson with KBTX TV in College Station, Texas. Can you talk about the high expectations that are surrounding your program and how you guys handle them?
Well, the great thing about coming to Auburn University, the thing that all of us really love, is there are always high expectations. You know, that doesn't, you know, doesn't ever waver. You know, we know what's expected of us on the field and our performance. You know, we have amazing fans that support us so much. And it just kind of makes it easy for us. We know that, you know, going into each and every season, we expect, a lot of people expect a lot of stuff out of us, but, you know, we expect a lot out of each other, and we expect a lot out of ourselves. So, you know, the closer it gets to the season, that's the more anxious we get, and, you know, we're just excited. We're ready to get after it.
Hey, Sean McManus, Bleacher Report. Why should other teams be afraid of Auburn this year?
Well, we bring a lot of stuff to the table. defensively, we have a lot of different looks, a lot of things we can do, and you know, that's you never really know what you're going to get with us. I feel like we do a great job mixing it up, and I feel like that's going to be the scariest thing for quarterbacks, and just how aggressive we are. You know, our talent is definitely amazing, but you know, in the SEC, you know, everyone's talented. You know, that's really the bottom line. So it's kind of like what you can do to separate yourself as a program and separate yourself as a team. And I feel like we've done all the necessary steps to doing so. And you know, in the weight room and how we perform, you know, as far as running and conditioning, is amazing. Coach Russell, you know, always gets us ready. You know, he does a great job of that, and you know, I feel like that's going to be a big part of our success as well.
Last year, coming out of the season, 13 seconds was a number you guys harped on. That was sort of your motto going into last year's season. What's the motto this year? What sort of catchphrase are you guys bouncing off of?
Our motto this season is "Count on Me." It's pretty self-explanatory. Just being able to be counted on, you know, by the guy next to you, and being able to count on the guy next to you, as well as being able to count on our coaches, and our coaches being able to count on us. You know, as long as you do your part and make sure, you know, you're clean as far as, you know, how hard you work, you know, in every aspect of your life. That's, you know, it really just propels you forward and allows you to do a lot of different stuff. You know, we're extremely excited to you know, be able to count on one another and know that we have each other's back, and I feel like that's a big thing for us.
Kris, Stephen Gunner, WSFA in Montgomery. What are some of the things, being on the other side of the ball, that you like about Jeremy Johnson and excites you about what he can bring and what you expect from him this year as the first-time starter?
Well, the things he can do are extremely amazing. You know, seeing him at practice every day is a great sight. It makes us, you know, extremely excited on one hand for the season, but sometimes it makes us frustrated as a defense at practice. But you know, it's, you know, his sky's the limit for Jeremy. You know, he's a great player and even better guy. You know, what he brings off the field, the leadership role and the accountability is great for us. And you know, it allows the younger guys to really look up to him. And you know, it pretty much just raises the level of everyone. And I feel like that's the biggest thing is you know, not only just playing as an individual, but you know, what can I do for my teammates? What can I do for the guy beside me? And that goes right back to count on me.
Kris, when Coach Muschamp shows up in Auburn and the defense pops in the film for the first time, what kind of demeanor did you see on his face and when he was looking at Auburn's defense from last year, and how did he articulate that to you guys?
Well, he just knew we had a whole lot of work to do. He knew that we play with passion all the time, which is a great thing. We never lack that. But you know, just being in the right position, being you know, being able to do different things and being comfortable where we're at, I feel like that's the thing that he wanted to change the most. Is just, you know, everybody being on the same page. And so far, that it's been amazing how the change we've had in everyone being on the right page and you know, flying around and just being excited, you know, each and every single day to play. You know, I know personally, I love it. I love the experience, and you know, I'm so excited to play my last year at Auburn University for him.
Steve Nissen, WEAR Pensacola. Kris, on that topic, last year the Auburn defense not rated that high by the numbers. How much is that something you take personally and really want to show as a group, hey, this is the real Auburn defense this year?
Well, of course, as a linebacker, you're going to take that personally because, you know, as a linebacker, you're really, you know, viewed as the, you know, the center point of the defense, and you know, that's how I know me and Cass feel. You know, being the leaders of the defense, we feel like it's our responsibility to make sure everyone is prepared, you know, and I definitely feel like a night and day change for how you know, we approached the game previously to how we approach the game now. And you know, I feel like being so much more well-rounded as far as knowing the game as a whole is extremely important to us, and it's only going to make us better. And I know the other guys around us are lifting up their, you know, their abilities, or you could say, or just, you know, how much they prepare for each and every practice, you know, to the top. You know, we're all excited for those guys, for the younger guys coming in. They're gonna do a lot for us this year.
What are your thoughts on the crop top ban in college football?
Well, I mean, I was one of those guys that kind of had his shirt up. I mean, it's, you know, I feel like whatever the NCAA does is for our best interest. You know, trying to keep us safe and everything, trying to make us look, you know, professional. So I'm all for it. You know, it is it is what it is. But yeah.
Al Radcliffe, WIAT. A lot has been made so far in these first two sessions about the SEC games that y'all will be facing this season. Mm-hmm. Y'all start off with Louisville in the Georgia Dome. What are you looking at and expecting right off the bat?
Well, it's from the start. It's going to be a challenging season, as it always is. You know, playing at Auburn, that's you know, pretty much what you signed up for. You know, game in and game out. You know, putting your best foot forward and not being able to relax at any point in the season is extremely, you know, important. And playing a team like Louisville, you know, to start out the season, you know, it's going to be a challenge for us. And you know, we're sure that we're going to be a challenge for them. We're excited for the game, and you know, it's going to be a great season.
Dane Young, WRBL. Coach Muschamp's scowl is pretty famous. Have you seen it, and can you do an impression of it?
His what now?
His scowl, the look on his face when he gets kind of angry.
Oh man. I try to kind of look away when he's giving that to me. I don't really look him in the eyes all the time if I'm, you know, on the other end of that look. But I mean, I don't know. It's something kind of a little crazy.
What's been your favorite moment with him? Has he had a funny moment in the spring, or?
He has a whole lot of funny moments. You know, just knowing when to laugh and knowing when he's actually serious and you shouldn't laugh is the really challenging part of it. But you know, just being able to be relaxed around him, even, you know, when he's hyping, just being comfortable with him is one thing that I've learned. Being around him, he's always a high intense guy, and me personally, I've always been the same way on the field, extremely vocal guy. So I feel like me and Coach Muschamp's personalities match together perfectly.
We have time for one more question.
What would you say makes the SEC the best conference in the country?
Definitely the talent we have is, you know, is second to none. You know, I feel like, you know, if you're able to play college football, you know, at any conference is extremely, you know, a great accomplishment. But the SEC, just what we bring to the table is just, you know, the speed and the strength and the ability to kind of just do multiple things. You know, you see guys 300 pounds running extremely fast, you know, and it's kind of scary, you know, sometimes when you think about it, how fast guys are and how guys are able to move, how athletic guys are in this conference. I'd say that's the biggest thing for me, and you know, the biggest thing for a freshman coming in is being able to adjust to the speed. And you know, when you see a freshman come in and make an impact, I feel like it's extremely important for guys to sit back and just be like, wow, you know, that's an extreme accomplishment to be able to do something like that, you know. And I know all the guys in the SEC are extremely excited, you know, just as our team is as well.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, guys.